Imagine this. You wake up in the middle of the night, your body completely frozen. You try to move, but nothing happens. Your breathing feels shallow, and then you sense it. A dark figure in the corner of your room. It's watching you. You can't scream. You can't run. And just when you think it's about to reach for you, you snap out of it. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of people around the world have experienced this terrifying phenomenon known as sleep paralysis. But what if I told you that the creatures you see during these episodes aren't just random hallucinations? What if there was a scientific reason why so many people report seeing the same dark figures, shadowy beings, or even demons sitting on their chest? Today, we're diving deep into the truth behind sleep paralysis, breaking down the science of why your brain creates these nightmarish visions, and most importantly, how you can take control of them. Sleep paralysis happens when your mind wakes up, but your body remains temporarily paralyzed. Normally, when you enter REM sleep, the stage where you dream, your brain disables movement to prevent you from acting out your dreams. This is completely normal. But sometimes, something goes wrong. Your brain regains consciousness, but the mechanism that allows you to move is still switched off.
You're trapped. Awake in a body that refuses to respond. And because your brain is in a strange limbo state, partially awake, partially dreaming, it starts generating images. But not just any images. The terrifying ones. So what exactly are these creatures people see? Studies show that the hallucinations during sleep paralysis tend to fall into three main categories. The first is the intruder, a shadowy figure that lurks in the corner of the room, sometimes with glowing eyes. The second is the incubus, also known as the old hag in folklore. This one feels like something pressing down on your chest, making it hard to breathe. And the third is the vestibular motor hallucination, where people feel like they are floating, being dragged out of their bodies, or even seeing themselves from above. But why do so many people experience the same types of hallucinations? The answer lies deep in our brain's wiring. Scientists believe that during sleep paralysis, the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for processing fear, goes into overdrive. Since you are in a vulnerable state, your brain interprets the paralysis as a threat. It immediately tries to find an explanation for what's happening. And what does it do? It fills in the gaps with familiar patterns, usually shaped by deep-rooted fears. That's why the shadow person or demon is such a common experience. Your brain takes the raw fear and gives it a face. But here's where it gets even more interesting. These entities people see, they've been reported across different cultures for centuries. In medieval Europe, people described them as demons sitting on their chest. In Japan, they were ghosts seeking revenge. In parts of Latin America, it was known as El Viejo del Saco, an entity that punishes misbehaving children. And in modern times, some even believe these hallucinations are alien abductions.
But no matter how they are described, the science remains the same. Your mind, in its half-dreaming, half-awake state, is trying to make sense of the paralysis by creating a presence that explains the fear you're experiencing. Now, if you've ever had sleep paralysis, you're probably wondering, what triggers it? Why do some people experience it more often than others? Studies have found several key factors that increase your chances of having these terrifying episodes. First, sleep deprivation. If you're not getting enough rest, your sleep cycle becomes unstable, increasing the risk of sleep paralysis. Second, sleeping on your back. Believe it or not, research shows that people who sleep on their backs are more likely to experience sleep paralysis. The third major factor is stress and anxiety. When your nervous system is in overdrive, it can lead to disruptions in your REM sleep, making paralysis more likely. And finally, substance use, alcohol, certain medications, or even sudden changes in sleep patterns can trigger episodes. So, what can you do to reduce the chances of having sleep paralysis? Here are some scientifically backed strategies. First, maintain a regular sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your REM cycle, making sleep paralysis less likely. Second, change your sleeping position. If you often experience paralysis while sleeping on your back, try sleeping on your side instead. Third, reduce stress before bed. Meditation, deep breathing, or even light stretching before sleep can help calm your nervous system. And finally, if you find yourself in sleep paralysis, remember this: you're safe. The key to breaking free is to stay calm. Focus on moving a small part of your body, like your fingers or toes. This signals to your brain that it's time to fully wake up. Now that you know the truth behind these terrifying experiences, you might see sleep paralysis in a different way. The shadowy figures? The demons? They're not real. They're a product of your brain trying to make sense of a confusing situation. And the more you understand how it works, the less power it has over you. But now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced sleep paralysis? What did you see? Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content about the mysteries of the mind. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes, the scariest things are just tricks of the brain.